Hi there, Stephanie here from Fork and Knife Teacher. You can find me at forkandknifeteacher.com or on Teachers Paid Teachers at FCF Fork and Knife. All right, so today I'm going to talk to you about something that I love to do in my class, which is use pictures to teach, because it's a great way to teach without actually talking to the students. Not that there's a problem, but I'm usually talking to the students and, other students are doing something else and whatever, you can't be everywhere at once. But pictures can be in front of students at all times and can teach them while they're just in the classroom waiting for me or waiting for something to become available, like a piece of equipment or a food item to work with. So this is my herbs poster. So this herbs poster, and it's just some basic like European culinary herbs. I've got basil, dill, rosemary, oregano, parsley, and thyme. They're in like a watercolor style of picture, because I think that often gives it a very like realistic kind of look, but not quite like a scientific, like actual realistic look. Still has a bit of artistry look to it, impression. So these pictures, I've combined them onto one poster. Now, this is formatted just to be printed off in like an 8.5 by 11. Put it if you want to put it. If you have like a bulletin board of what you focus on for that week or that month, or if you want to put it on the front door of your classroom. I like also putting stuff like this by your kid, like the fridge in the kitchen. So if you're like, you need to go get basil for this recipe, kids can kind of reference this visually without one having to ask, because they don't always want to ask, right? And sometimes they'll just go grab something and think, oh, I thought that was basil, right? This is kind of like a visual reference for them, but it also gives them independence, again, to go and kind of, look around and see if they can find this item that I've asked for, kind of like a actual hands-on look and find. My little kids love them. So this is like a big kid version of a look and find. Actually go find me rosemary. This is what it looks like. Search in the fridge and bring it back. That kind of thing. So that's why I love pictures up and around in my classroom. This I wanted to make, again, small enough you could put it actually by the fridge. But you can also blow it up larger, if you have the ability to do that. Go to whatever, your Staples or Walmart, your print place, and blow it up. And I believe the pixels will still hold. But this is something that I use for teaching. I like to say teaching without words, because it's not me talking, but it's still teaching. All right. So you can find these individual posters in my TPT store as well. If you're like, I think the images are too small or something, all in an 8.5 by 11. That's fine. But I have them for purchase in my store as individual images if you wanted to do that. All right. But I would encourage you, bring some pictures into the classroom, some visual references for students. And also it's really interesting, I think, for them sometimes to see the words written out, like, the word, I don't know, oregano written out, so that they can kind of use that even when they're grocery shopping in a store, right? Where they don't have the image of it, but, oh, I remember that word oregano, how it's spelt or how it looks or it's got the big O and there's a G in it as well. And maybe it's this thing in a dried format in the grocery store. So all little things to help your students, help them in life. All right. All right. So again, Stephanie from Fork and Knife Teacher, and that's FCS Fork and Knife on Teachers Pay Teachers. Check out my YouTube channel, Fork and Knife Teacher, or my website. Thanks so much.